Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Music Mondays. We're on episode 23. There you go.
Wow.
This week we're talking about Courtney Barnett's album, Sometimes I Sit and Think, Sometimes I Just Sit.
Me too.
Yeah.
Most of the time I just sit.
Yeah.
When I lay down to go to bed,
I sit.
I think. That's the only time that I shouldn't be thinking.
Yeah.
I'm also yelling. I need to relax a little. Good Lord.
That's all right.
We got to work today, and then I suddenly was just like I'm
Yeah.
just wired, and I don't know why.
I bounced into the studio on one foot and then switched feet and whipped. Is that a whip?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Is that a whip?
Also, Taylor told me, Chris, I'm calling you out. He has a tiny dab now. I hate it.
It's just your two fingers.
Oh,
So he can dab right into his eye
that's
hole.
disgusting, and I hate it.
He did it several
Comment down
times.
below if you agree. It'll be Evan being like, what? And then Chris will be like, it's cool. And then that'll be it.
Yeah.
And then Evan will be like, who waters the plant? And then we'll ignore him
Oh,
forever.
I like that it's now November and Clint and Prince Pumperdink are still here.
They're here forever now.
Maybe we need to find two little tiny Christmas hats for them, like
we
Santa
can just
hats.
make some out of paper.
Yeah.
We got markers over there.
Maybe we'll like make them a little turkey friend for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like out of our hand. We can just remember when you used to do that?
The company that I worked for this summer, Snarky Tea, they have a subscription box, and every month there's a new mug, like coffee mug or tea mug. And this month, I think it says something about
I think
being
you sent me that.
thankful, and it's a turkey hand, except it's a middle finger turkey hand. And like the thumb is
yeah.
still the turkey.
Yeah, but it's just like...
it only has one wing. It's
Yeah.
really funny.
It's good. We love Snarky Tea.
Mhm.
Hey, Snarky.
Hey. So I'll talk about Courtney, since
Yeah.
I did.
This is your...
She's
This
one
is
of
your
my
thing.
artistes. Her name's Courtney Barnett. She's 30. She was born in Sydney, but lived in Melbourne. Melbourne. Sorry. Melbourne is how you're supposed to pronounce it.
Really?
The Aussies pronounce it as Melbourne.
Wow. You learn something new every day, kids.
Yeah, there you go. She started as a guitar player in a garage band called Rapid Transit.
That's how I get places.
And then she played solo at Coachella in 2016, which is how like her name really started to get out there, obviously. And then she, last year, 2017, yeah, she released a collaborative album with Kurt Vile, and it's very good. It's titled Lot of Sea Lice, which is kind of funny. But their voices mesh really well together. I don't know, have you ever listened to Kurt Vile?
Mm-mm.
He's
I feel
cool.
like I've heard the name, but
Yeah, he do something.
he do something.
He,
What'd he do? What'd you do, Kurt?
he's just,
He's just there. He's just doing his thing. He's just
He
out here
does
doing his
stuff.
thing.
yeah. So, that's a good album. She's left-handed, and so she plays with left-handed guitars, and she also, I read an article about, she doesn't like playing the guitar with a pick, because she doesn't like the way it makes her fingers feel, so she plays just plucking,
Mhm.
no matter what kind of guitar she's playing. And she said, yeah, I know my guitar playing would probably be better if I played with a pick, but I don't want to, so I'm not going to. And she also, like, will only play with a right-handed guitar upside down if she, like, absolutely has to.
Mhm.
Because, like, some left-handed guitar players play like that because that's how they were taught, but, like, she had access to a left-handed guitar.
Yeah.
So,
Do you know Luke is left-handed?
yes.
Why did you close your eyes like that?
Because I just think of the belt.
Oh. Yeah. He does everything with his right hand, though. Like, he plays guitar, but with his right hand. And, like, he played tennis in high school with it. Like, the only thing he does with his left hand is, like, use utensils and write. He does everything else with his
So
right
he's
hand.
ambidextrous.
Yeah, kind of. I think it's weird.
That's
But,
weird.
yeah.
I have an uncle that's ambidextrous. It's pretty neat.
Anyway, sidebar, sorry. I just went on.
Courtney is openly gay, in a relationship with Jen Clore, who is also a singer-songwriter. She's a little bit more I don't want to say folky, but it's like take Courtney's music and make it just like dial the folk up just a
Like
bit.
add a mandolin or something.
So that's cool. They're like a little
cute.
powerhouse relationship
They can
there.
just sing together. God.
Yeah. So Courtney won Songwriter of the Year and was nominated for Song and Artist of the Year with Pedestrian at Best in 2016. So she's not as like unheard of as a lot of people think.
Mhm.
She's
She's got almost
done
1 million monthly listeners.
quite a bit. Yeah, she has 950,000 monthly listeners and 300,000 followers on Spotify. And like I said last week, she has a new album that came out this year, but I don't like it as much as I like Sometimes I Sit and Think, and Sometimes I Just Sit, which was released in 2015. And the reason I like this album so much, my fun little story. So I have this thing when I go to a record store by myself, I will go through and I'll find an album cover that's interesting to me, and then I'll pull up that artist on Spotify and listen to the first like 30 seconds or like the middle 30 seconds of like 4 or 5 of their songs, and if I like it, I'll buy the album. I'll buy the record. And that's what I did with her, and it was actually the first time I'd ever done that was with this. So I have her vinyl of this album, and it's really good. It's orange, like see-through. It's really cute.
Nice.
I like it a lot.
Do you want to hear? This is an unrelated story about going to record stores.
Yeah.
So my dad and I went to this. I think it was a bookstore, but they had like a CD section or whatever. And I said, "Okay, Dad, I'm gonna go like this, and whatever album I stop on, you have to buy it." And he's like, "Okay." So I did it, and I pulled out, and it was the album by Disturbed that had Down with the Sickness on it, and I was like, "Oh my God!" He goes, "Oh, I have that." I was like, "No!"
It's
and I
like
slammed it back down. I was like, "We're not playing anymore."
it's like Chris last night.
Oh God.
We stopped. So for anybody that doesn't go to Purdue, there's a store on State Street called Vaughn's, and it's like a bookstore, a clothing store, a rock store, and then like music.
A rock store, as in like rocks,
Rocks,
like
yeah,
crystals?
they have rocks and jewels and
They do.
just it's a knick-knacky store. It's real fun. But they also have like a record store at the end and comic books. But they had outside a bunch of CDs, and it was like 1 CD for $2 or 5 for $5. And Chris is going through and he goes, "Oh my God, Ice Cube unopened." And then there were 4 Ice Cube CDs that were unopened, 1 Ice-T album that was unopened, and then a Ghostface Killah album that was...
Did you save that video?
Yeah.
You should send it to me and we'll insert it.
Okay. Because
Okay.
it's real fun.
Ready? Insert video here.
$5 for $5. Ghostface Killer. Ice Cube.
Okay. Yeah. It was really good. That was...
The audio only is going to be like, what in the world?
I know. I just want everyone to know that he was doing that genuinely before I even started recording.
Yeah.
So it was really funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff.
What is your favorite song?
My favorite is Depreston. I thought it
Real
was
good one.
I thought it was cute, and it like I did the bulk of my research yesterday. Because I stayed at Luke's, so he had like a 9 a.m. power hour, so I had like all this time to just kill. So I sat in Starbucks and just like blasted through a bunch of shit all at once. And I was just like listening to this album the whole time, and I was very relaxed by it, and it just felt right. I sat at one of the bigger tables in the back. So yeah, and that one came on, and I just kind of like stared.
Yeah.
And then let me go on down this road. I was sitting across from these 2 guys, and it was like this guy was telling a college student that he should not accept an internship because if he did, he wouldn't be able to lead his Bible talk anymore, and that wouldn't make God happy. And I wanted to stand up and be like, what in the actual world are you talking?
Let this boy live.
Like,
Let him live.
you're gonna tell this boy not to further his, like, not to advance in his career because apparently advancing, he told him, he goes, well, co-ops and internships aren't spiritual in nature.
There's literally a Christian fraternity on campus. They have a house.
And I'm like, I was
You could be a
just,
part of that.
I was just so appalled. And, like, I was like, this boy is not going to accept a job because this man is telling him that that's not what God wants. And I'm like,
Sir.
what? And then he also said, he was like, this guy was like a little heavier, and he was telling him, and he was like, yeah, he's like, I've been working out, you know, I'd hope to be he's like, I want to look like you someday, only, you know, I'm white. Yeah. And I literally was like, and that poor kid, he was literally sitting like this.
Like, terrified. He'll never speak to that man again.
And I was just like, oh my God. And I just hope that I hope that it didn't work. You know, like, because he told him, he's like, you know, they're not spiritual in nature. Like, you got to do what makes God happy. Like, you know, he goes, you gotta really reevaluate what's important to you, blah, blah, blah. Like, I think you should really reconsider taking this position. Like, all this stuff. And I'm just like, holy shit.
That makes me so tired.
So anyway, that's what I did yesterday at Starbucks.
Ugh, gross.
So that's all. Okay, we can get back to what we were talking
makes-
about, but I just needed to get that out there
Yeah.
because it was wild. And I literally, like, and then I got up to leave, and he was, like, sitting at a table by himself, and I was sitting at a table by myself, and I got up to lead, and this preacher guy, as I'm, like, standing, comes and puts all his stuff on my desk. He goes, you leaving? And I went,
No.
yeah, I am. And I just,
not.
like, stormed away, and I was like, you're not a good person.
Leave me be.
Okay, anyway, what's
Yeah.
your favorite song?
I wrote on the document, I cannot choose OMG, help me. But
Help me.
uh, I like them all so much because, like I said, this album, I have, like, an emotional attachment to it for some reason. And, like, there's even songs on here that I don't love. Like, Kim's Caravan, I skip every time. Partially because it's a 6-minute and 47-second song.
Yeah.
And partially just because I don't love it. It's, like, too slow for me. But I either Elevator Operator or Pedestrian at best. Elevator Operator is in my head a lot, so I'm probably going to choose that one for the Friday Faves playlist. But that's something interesting about Elevator Operator is at this point in her career, it was the only song she'd ever written that wasn't about her own emotions.
Interesting.
Because it's about the guy who wants to be an elevator operator and then the woman with the ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I like, because I'm segueing into the things that I like.
Mhm.
So we were talking in the car earlier. I don't like love this album. I cannot pinpoint why. I think it's just like there are some people that do the like half singing, half talking thing that it just like doesn't sit 100% smoothly with me.
Mhm.
I think she's very good, and I think her lyrics are really cool because she writes about really mundane, everyday things.
yeah.
But it's like in a way that it's like, oh, I know that there's so much to this. It's like this album felt very raw and emotional to me, and like I really liked it in that sense. It's like once I got past the fact that I'm like, oh, I don't love this, like, and just like tried to like listen to it objectively, I really enjoyed it because I was like, this is so stripped down to the bare minimum of who this person is, and like I felt like I could be vulnerable listening to it. It gives you like a space to be vulnerable, I feel
Yeah.
like, which is really cool, I think. Like wasn't there one song about like getting vegetables or something? Like she talks about like picking up veggies or something. But I just like wanted to cry because I'm just like, sometimes it's really hard to get your butt up and go get veggies, you know? Sometimes you just can't. So like
That might be an illustration of loneliness, Sleepless in New York. That
but yeah,
one's really
when
good.
she was talking about just like staring at the ceiling, man, I related to that.
Yeah.
Just
And that's what I really love about her music is that it is just her emotions. And I think it's the garage band style of music too. It just makes you feel good. even when the lyrics are sad.
It brings all of your bad things up and lets you experience them, but in a healthy way.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah. I'd clean to this album a lot. Because I have a
Yeah.
record player.
Yeah.
Obviously, if I didn't have a record player and I had all these vinyls, that would be an
I have
issue.
so many. My record player stopped spinning,
Aw.
so I have so many vinyls, and I have nothing to play them on.
That's sad.
Maybe I'll ask my dad for another record. Hey, Dad, because that's who got me it originally, and then it stopped spinning. So maybe I'll ask him for a little portable one. Okay, anyway, sorry, I just went on a.
But yeah, it's my go-to cleaning album. I don't know why, but it's something that I can easily sing along to, and it's got a good enough beat that I'm not like, while I'm cleaning. I'm just like,
It's just like it just like just gets it done.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Something fun to mention is that when at its release, Pitchfork named it Best New Music. It got an 8.6,
Yeah.
which is really
That's
good.
Pitchfork.
And
Way to go.
it's because of her lyrics. Pitchfork is quite a whore for good lyrics.
Quite a whore. I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh my god.
Bless.
Megan yesterday kept telling us how she's like, I've had to sneeze for like hours. And then we were at Brothers last night, and she Snapchats us, and she's like, I sneezed at like 10:30. I'm like, great.
She didn't go.
No, because she sucks. She had all
Even just
day.
for a t-shirt.
She had all day. Okay, we went to Brothers last night just to get a t-shirt. Like, that was it. And so we're like, Megan, come with us. We were there for like an hour total. And she's like, no, I have to write my paper. And I'm like, you've had all day. And it was like a 2-page reflection. It's not even due until midnight tonight. And then we get home, and she's like just in bed. And I'm like, so I'm calling you out because I know she watches like all the episodes. So I'm calling you out, Megan. Even though, I mean, she knows. We all roasted her for like an hour last night, so it's fine.
That's funny.
Anyway.
Yeah. That's kind of all I have to say about the album. It just makes it's a feel-good album for me. And Courtney, she's very talented. Her new album is much more emotional, even in the music. So, like, in this album, there's more, like, fun, like, tones behind the shitty, like, not shitty lyrics, the sad feelings and shitty feelings. But in her new album, it is very, like, powerful garage band music, which is not something that you normally hear. Yeah. But it's good. I just like this one more. So, for my shot to talk about Courtney Barnett, I chose this album.
I don't love the song Pedestrian at best. It's, how long was it? It was like a little too long for me. It's only 4 minutes, but it was just like, I think because she does like she talks like this, and this is how she's singing the song and the whole time, and I was just kind of like, and like that is fine, but like it was like it didn't increase to that. It was just that the whole time. Yeah. And I was like, I kind of feel like I'm being a little bit yelled at. I know that sometimes artists just gotta yell, and if you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, I'm not saying that like that artistic choice and that style of singing is like bad. My mental capacity is about this big right now. So like when I was listening to it, I was just like, yeah.
What's wild is that song has 20 million plays on Spotify.
That's nuts. I mean, I haven't delved into those lyrics because I couldn't, I was just like, But I think if she would have like built up to it or varied it a little more, I could have handled it. But I don't know. I'm soft. I'm very fragile right now. So, and also like the past couple days, I've had a long week and I've been so tired. So that's probably why I'm so whacked out right now. But like, I was just so tired, and that was like, I was just like, just being calm and chill to it, and then it was just like, and I was like, don't hurt me, don't yell at me, I am so soft.
I think one of my favorite lyrics from this song is, I'm a fake, I'm a phony, I'm awake, I'm alone, I'm homely, I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah.
But like, the chorus to the song is, "Put me on a pedestal and I'll only disappoint you. Tell me I'm exceptional, I'll promise to exploit you. Give me all your money and I'll make some origami, honey. I think you're a joke, but I don't find you very funny." So it's like, I don't know, it's real fucking deep. But yeah, it was nominated at the ARIA Music Award for Best Video, and then also was nominated for Song of the Year.
Nice.
Through the Grammys?
Grammys? The Grams?
Grammys. Yeah.
Man, I love the Grammys. My favorite day of the year. Mine's Christmas. I love Christmas. Christmas! Santa's coming! Yeah. We went to the mall earlier today, and it was just like Christmas everywhere. And Taylor was like, and I was like,
I'm like, it's fucking November. Stop.
I know. I'm one of those people that like can't wait. Here's my thing about Thanksgiving. We like never really do anything for it because like everybody in my family is so busy, and like now, so it used to, like my parents are divorced, and now Carly's parents are divorced. My mom, though it's fine. But like now she has 2 children that have like multiple Thanksgivings to go to, plus ours, plus just all like trying to get everybody in one place at one time. It's just a nightmare. And it's like always been a nightmare. So like our Thanksgivings have kind of just been like, eh. And then like on my dad's side, like not that I don't love to go have dinner with my grandparents, but it's just like a regular dinner with my grandparents. Because every time we go there, my grandma cooks enough for 27 people, and there's literally like 5 of us. So like it's just not, I'm not like partial to it in any way. So I kind of just skip it,
I'm kind of bummed this year because my grandparents, so my grandma goes to Arizona for the winters. So we don't do Thanksgiving with her anymore because she's living her best life out there in Arizona.
Your grandma rocks.
She's probably riding an ATV right now. Like, she goes 4-wheeling through the mountains and hiking in the mountains every day. She texted me the other day. She was like, I go on a walk every day and I play pickleball 3 times a week. I'm down this amount of weight. And I was like, you go, Connie Keys.
Love her.
Love you for that. But my other grandma and grandpa, they're going on a cruise over Thanksgiving week. So they're having their Thanksgiving that Saturday before. But, like, I'm going to go home during Thanksgiving break, so I'm not going to go home that weekend and then come back for 3 days and then go back again.
Yeah.
It's a waste of gas. And so she, bless her soul, she goes, I'm going to make you a turkey pie, and I'm going to put it in the freezer. Here's the code to our garage. You go in and get your own personal turkey pie. And I was like, oh, my God. I love it so much.
And then you were, like, on the floor. You know that like, meme of the little, like stick figure on the floor, and it's just a puddle of tears?
Yes, that was me. That was me for sure. And she called me the other day and reminded me that she's doing that. And I'm like, yeah, Grandma, I did not forget. Thank you so much. I'm so pumped about this. Have I ever told you about turkey pie?
No. Tell me.
It's your entire Thanksgiving meal in one dish. So it's turkey, gravy, potatoes. Might be, I always mix up stuffing and potatoes. It could be stuffing and then potatoes, but I think it's potatoes, gravy, stuffing, crust. Wow. And it's heavenly.
That sounds
like
magic.
98% of my meals are vegetarian or vegan. I'm going to slam down that turkey pie.
Oh, dude, so speaking of like things that I still eat, I am vegetarian, veganish, except
tuna salad.
Well, yeah, I eat tuna salad. I don't really count the seafood as like, I eat tuna sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like,
if I'm in a pinch, I make tuna salad, which is just tuna and mayonnaise and garlic salt.
Yeah, I keep the tuna for when it's like I have to make something really quick right now because vegetarian meals that aren't like pasta don't get cooked that quickly. But I am that except for when Megan makes buffalo chicken dip.
Oh man.
or spicy sausage pasta. So she makes, listen, let me tell you about spicy sausage. I roasted her earlier, so I feel like I should give her something back.
Okay.
It's just pasta, and she always makes gluten-free for me. And then, like, heavy whipping cream, and just just a bunch of Monterey Jack, like, melted, and then, like, spicy, like, Italian sausage, and then Rotel, like, spicy tomatoes, just mixed together. Then you sprinkle Monterey Jack on top. It's
Wow.
so good.
Well, it sounds really
And
good.
I try to avoid the sausage as much as I can, but, like, sometimes I get some in there and I just eat them. So, like, yeah.
Here's my thing with, so, like, I would consider myself, like, a flexitarian. Like, I do my best to avoid meat as much as possible, but you know what? Sometimes a 10-piece chicken nugget just really would butter my biscuit at that moment, and I'm gonna not deprive myself of that.
Yeah.
But mostly with meals that are like, oh, there's 25 other people eating this right now, me not eating it is not saving this animal in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So, like, eating that turkey pie isn't going to change anything. Grandma's going to make a big-ass turkey anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's how I feel about that. But, like,
Well,
I'm not going to go buy a Cornish game hen and cook it.
Right.
Why
well, here's
is that what
I don't know how you got Cornish. Who eats? I mean, anyway.
I've been watching Gilmore Girls again.
Yeah. I mean, like, here's the thing. We're in college. Buying vegan and vegetarian completely is so hard. I have $1. It's like we're being conscious about it.
Yeah.
You
and
know,
that's what's important.
And that's what's important. And that's the thing. It's like the first step is being conscious about it, environmentally conscious. Like, I used to eat like like garbage. It's also forced me to actually like be kind of healthier.
It's, yeah.
So, because you have to eat vegetables.
I mean,
'cause what else
everything.
you can eat?
Well, you could be like me and just eat frozen burritos and chicken patties and butter noodles every day of your life. My soy chicken patties. Ooh, by the way, I've been told that the Morningstar hot dogs taste like a real hot dog, but the texture's a little off. And I need to find me some like dairy-free nacho cheese, because you know I am constantly craving a nacho cheese
Just
hot
make
dog.
some out of the cashews. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't have a food processor.
Blend. Do you have a blender? Do you have a NutriBullet? I have a NutriBullet.
I have a blender that's like a 1-cup blender, but the
Yeah.
blades are really dull because
Oh.
I have made too many smoothies.
Yeah. Tomato smoothie?
I made too many
You can
smoothies.
come NutriBullet your cheese at my house if
Okay.
you want to. So, where are we? What have we been talking about? How long?
I don't
has it
know.
been?
We've been on a tangent now for 10 minutes.
That's
but
fine. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right.
Oh, also, I just want to say sorry about last week.
Yeah.
That I know what happened. At the time, I was like, what? But now I'm like, duh. But so sorry about that. Hope you weren't too mad. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
I wanted to acknowledge it again.
If you want to yell at us about last week, you can do that on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. You can watch our videos on YouTube. You can listen to us SoundCloud, Anchor, Spotify, anywhere else that does like that. And we have a Friday Faves playlist. You guys know what it do, how it be. Really got to do it to you like that sometimes.
What is happening?
I don't know. It's probably so visually awful. Next week,
Wow, wow, wow.
John Bellion released a new album, Glory, Sound, Prep, and we're going to have a guest. Sweet, Evan.
Evan! I'm going to put, since I did the circle last week, but they couldn't see it.
Put him right in here.
Evan.
Evan is going to guest because he loves John Bellion.
Evan, how do you think this is going to go? I want you to tell me.
He's gonna love every song so much, and like we're gonna have critical things to say about the album, even though I am so like obviously I'm partial to John as well, and I'm gonna love everything. I'm gonna have parts that I dislike. He's gonna be like, nope, it was great.
It needs
No.
to be like, you're wrong.
yeah,
I'm going to be like,
yeah. This is my podcast, Evan. Don't tell me what I'm doing.
okay, so what happened was, so we have a group chat. It's it's me and Luke, her and Evan, and then Chris and Jamie. And so Evan, like, Taylor texted in the group chat, Leah, Evan has something to ask you. And he goes, you son of a biscuit. And I was like, what is it? And he goes, John Bellion's releasing an album, and I should guest on the podcast. And Chris goes, not a question. So he retypes the same thing with a question mark. And I was like, okay, yeah.
And I should be a guest on the podcast for that question mark?
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, I don't care. Like,
He says, I know a lot about John Bellion and have seen him live.
and we're like, okay.
I am his #1 fan. Thank you very much. I stan.
JT.
JT is about it was one of the songs on the album.
Oh. Yeah, and I was like, okay. Oh yeah, and then you said Ben Linger. I don't know what that means.
I was talking about how mad I am when people record themselves at the dentist on Snapchat. And I said, doesn't that only make the text job harder? And you have to be there, Ben Linger? And I meant to type even longer, but somehow my autocorrect thought I meant Ben Linger.
And then
Call me
and
Ben
then we
Linger.
just talked about Ben Linger for a long time.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
something.
So yeah, that's what's happening next week.
Yes.
Also,
Glory,
that's it.
sound, I'm
Yeah.
so pumped.
It was good.
It came out the morning that we were recording this, and I've already
Yeah.
listened to it 4 times.
She
through.
knew all the lyrics. So I was just like playing in the car and she's like singing all the words. And I'm like, didn't this just happen? Like, oh
Yes.
my God.
Yes,
But
it did.
yeah. So that's all we have for you this week. Come back next week for a special guest named Evan, and he's gonna be right here.
Do you guys
There
like my
he will be.
blazer?
Yes. Everyone likes your blazer.
Okay.
She's
Evan
been weird
doesn't.
and self-conscious about her blazer, and it's cool.
Evan doesn't like it.
Evan,
He's like,
Evan, you can just go over the. Evan, you can't come next week. Sorry.
he'll cry.
I'm kidding. Good. You know what makes me cry, Evan? The fact that you don't like her blazer.
It's a good blazer. I got it for $5 at Goodwill, and I cut the shoulder pads out.
Evan, do you like my cardigan?
So he would be like, "No, I like it. It's really nice. I'm all playing."
Come on, playing.
All right,
All right,
bye.
that's it.
See ya.
Okay, we will see you next week with Evan, and he'll be here, and we will also be here because we are always here. So, all right, thanks for listening to this. See you later. Bye.